Hey, what's up, guys? Well, I trust that you had a great Thanksgiving, and I know you're probably thinking about Christmas, but since this is my first message to you in December, I wanted to say Happy New Year! 2020 has been tough, so wherever you are on this New Year's Eve, right before midnight, I want you to lift up your left leg. That way, you'll start 2021 on the right foot. Okay. Happy Production New Year is what I really meant. You see, unless you're selling low-priced, quickly consumable products or services, December's efforts typically show up in January or February production numbers. Now, for the first few years of my career, I operated like most people with the mistaken belief that I had plenty of time to get my goals set up for the next year once January rolled around. So I spent a lot of time getting distracted by industry and personal holiday parties, shopping, and generally a bunch of goofing off. And it was fun, but not so great for business. I mean, there was always a bit of background stress about money and where my business was going to come from after the holidays. And I even bought into the limiting belief that people don't move during the holiday season. And so because of that, I had to sit and wait around till after the new year to make any sales. Of course, that's not true in the least. And I suppose I could have used my age at the time and overall lack of experience in life as an excuse, but the truth is I just hadn't received the right kind of mentoring yet. So also, like most other people, in those early years, it never felt like I had my act together until the end of February or maybe even March. And then around the third year of my professional life, a mentor helped me see what was really happening. And I began to learn about pipelines and lead cycles. And I learned to take into account the lag time between when I connected with the prospect and when I was likely to earn a commission. See, numbers freaked me out back then, and I didn't understand them in a business context. In high school, I found calculus surprisingly easy, but simple business math was new and a unique challenge, and it had immediate and real-world implications. And I think that's why so many self-employed people delay planning and resist tracking key metrics in their practice. I mean, at least initially, those activities force you to look at your weaknesses head on. And why do that when it's much easier and more enjoyable to go do some holiday shopping? I get it. But here's the thing. If you aren't already executing on your 2021 sales and business plan, all isn't lost. The sooner you start, the better. The sooner you start, the faster you'll manifest your version of a top producer life. So here are some things that you can do right now to kick off the new production year. First, if your company offers a goal setting or a business planning session of any kind, take advantage of it. I find that people who host these kinds of training sessions get pretty attached to their way of planning. But remember, it's far less important what your plan looks like than it is that you have one to begin with. So just pick a methodology for planning 2021 and get it done. Then you can move on to the fun part, which is working with people and working on salesmanship. Because no matter what you come up with on your plan, the way to get what you want is to help enough other people get what they want. So let's say you've gotten distracted this year by the holiday season, or like any of a million other things 2020 has thrown at us. I mean, we've never had a longer list of excuses to choose from to hold ourselves back, but you have to decide that none of them justify compromising the life that you desire to build. So to get the ball rolling, here's one of the best secrets I was ever handed by a mentor. In the month of December, get booked for January. Your top producer life is manifested through other people, so you have to go find people to help. And if you think no one moves during the holiday season, then network and prospect until you find the people who will consider moving next year, and then make an offer to pencil in an appointment for the first couple weeks of January. Now, not all of them will come through, but if you wake up on January 2nd with a few appointments already on the books, it'll do wonders for your mindset. You'll feel more hopeful and energized than almost anyone else around you. But next, if you're interested in busting through limiting beliefs, go into your MLS and pull up November and December of any prior year. And I want you to look at the number of new listings, new properties that went pending, and closed properties. You'll find in any year that you research, there's always plenty of business. So the only question left is, how much of it do you want? And then, if you're not sure where to find new leads, look at listings that expired in the late summer or early fall. Those folks likely still want to sell and told their agent that they're going to take a break over the holidays and maybe try it again next year. Well, if their agent is distracted by the holidays, then you may have an opening to build a relationship with them and earn an appointment in the coming weeks. Now, also seek out for sale by owner listings, because even though many markets are still pretty tight, you're still going to face less competition than you would at other times of the year. And if you have a geographical farm area, then make it a goal to connect with every owner and ask who they know in the neighborhood that's considering a move in 2021. The goal here is to get ahead of things by identifying all the potential future listings in your area of specialty. And finally, don't forget to check on absentee owners, because they're the most often ignored. And if you don't have if you don't have any kind of way to get reliable contact information, then you might want to look at investing in a service like Cole Realty Resources. Now, these are just a few of the things that you can do to kick off your new production year. And if you have some favorites that I didn't mention, then leave them in the comments to inspire others. And here's why. In our ego-driven business, you guys, there are hordes of people who would never admit out loud that they're anxious for the holidays to pass so that they can get back to work and make sales. And these are the folks who are under financial pressure and probably aren't enjoying the holidays very much. That was me at one point, and you never forget how it feels. And this year, whether you've been living your top producer life or not, we can all use some fresh inspiration. And that always comes from putting our attention on helping others. Like salesmanship. Okay, guys, well, it's going to be a great week, and I can already hear you penciling in those January appointments. Thanks for watching. My name is Jason Edwards, and let's go think bigger.